In this video, we delve into the alarming phenomenon of the Arctic's vanishing ice, exploring how this fragile ecosystem is melting at record rates. From the declining sea ice extent to the thinner layers now prevalent, we examine the far-reaching impacts on global climate, rising sea levels, and the habitats of countless species. We will also spotlight the implications for indigenous communities and the potential for new shipping routes, while highlighting the release of methane and changes in ocean circulation that further complicate this crisis. Join us as we uncover the urgent need to address these changes and their consequences for our planet. 1. Melting at record rates. The Arctic is melting at a pace that has alarmed scientists and environmentalists worldwide. This region is experiencing warming at roughly twice the rate of the global average, a phenomenon known as Arctic amplification. Imagine a snowball sitting in the sun. It melts much faster than if it were in the shade. Similarly, the Arctic's exposure to increasing temperatures is causing its ice to disappear rapidly. The implications of this melting are profound, affecting not just the Arctic region but also extending far beyond its icy borders. This rapid ice loss is a stark reminder of the urgency with which we must address climate change. 2. Declining sea ice extent. The extent of summer sea ice in the Arctic has decreased by approximately 40% since the 1970s. This is akin to watching a glacier shrink before your very eyes, year after year. In some years, the rate of ice loss has been recorded as the fastest in history. This phenomenon is not just a seasonal occurrence but a long-term trend that indicates a warming planet. The reduction in sea ice extent is not just a statistic, it is a visible sign of the changing climate, reflecting the broader environmental changes that are unfolding across the globe. 3. Thinner ice. Arctic ice is not just diminishing in area, it is also becoming significantly thinner. Back in the 1980s, much of the Arctic ice was multi-year ice, which is thick and has endured several seasons. Today, however, a larger portion of the ice is seasonal, meaning it is thin and forms anew each year. This transformation is akin to trading a thick winter jacket for a light sweater. It offers far less protection against the elements. The thinning of the ice is particularly concerning because it makes the entire ice sheet more vulnerable to further melting, amplifying the effects of climate change. 4. Impact on global climate. The loss of Arctic ice is more than just a regional issue. It has significant implications for the global climate. Ice has a high albedo, meaning it reflects sunlight back into space. When ice melts, the darker ocean water absorbs more heat, accelerating warming in the Arctic and beyond. It's like replacing a mirror with a blackboard. The latter absorbs much more light and heat. This process contributes to global warming and can exacerbate climate change, further impacting weather patterns, ecosystems, and human societies worldwide. 5. Rising sea level. As Arctic ice melts, global sea levels are on the rise, posing a threat to coastal communities around the world. The melting of the Greenland ice sheet is a significant contributor to this rise. Think of it as slowly filling a bathtub with water. Eventually, it will overflow. The steady increase in sea levels has the potential to inundate low-lying areas, displacing populations and causing significant economic and environmental damage. This rising water level is not a distant threat, it is a current reality that demands attention and action. 6. Loss of habitat. The disappearance of sea ice poses a direct threat to Arctic wildlife, which relies on it for survival. Animals like polar bears, seals, and walruses depend on the ice for hunting, breeding, and resting. Imagine a city losing its essential infrastructure. Life becomes incredibly challenging. Similarly, the loss of sea ice disrupts the delicate balance of the Arctic ecosystem, threatening the survival of these species. This loss of habitat is a poignant reminder of the interconnectedness of life on Earth and the impacts of human-induced climate change. 7. Changes in ocean circulation. The loss of Arctic ice is affecting ocean currents and the mixing of water in the Arctic Ocean. This can have far-reaching effects on global weather patterns and ecosystems. It's similar to altering the course of a river. Everything downstream is impacted. Changes in ocean circulation can influence weather systems, potentially leading to more extreme weather events and altering marine habitats. These shifts underscore the complex and interconnected nature of Earth's climate systems and the broad impacts of Arctic ice loss. 8. Impact on indigenous communities. For many indigenous Arctic communities, the melting ice disrupts traditional ways of life. These communities rely on sea ice for hunting, travel, and cultural practices. Imagine a farmer losing fertile land; their way of life becomes unsustainable. The melting ice makes traditional hunting and ice fishing increasingly difficult, threatening the livelihoods and cultural heritage of indigenous peoples. This impact is a sobering reminder of the human cost of climate change and the need for solutions that consider the well-being and resilience of all communities. 9. Release of methane. The melting of Arctic ice may also release trapped methane from the seafloor, a potent greenhouse gas that can accelerate climate change if released into the atmosphere. This situation is akin to opening a Pandora's box. Once released, the consequences can be dire. Methane is much more effective at trapping heat than carbon dioxide, making its potential release a significant concern. This underscores the urgency of addressing Arctic ice loss and mitigating its impacts on the global climate. 10. Potential for new shipping routes. The retreat of Arctic ice is opening up potential shipping routes, such as the Northwest Passage. While this presents opportunities for shorter shipping paths, it also comes with environmental risks. Imagine opening a new highway through a pristine forest. The benefits must be weighed against the ecological impact. The potential for oil spills and other ecological disturbances poses significant threats to the Arctic environment. This development highlights the complex balance between economic opportunity and environmental preservation in a rapidly changing world.